Welcome back to Salt Creek. I'm Terry.
I'm John.
And today we wanted to show you guys another way that you can stock up. You don't have the ability to grow or process your own stuff. You don't have the skills yet. You don't have the equipment.
Or you don't have the money to buy all the food storage products. You know, the ones that last 25 years, the freeze-dried stuff.
Well, I'll tell you, when we first started doing the canning and stuff, I was like, we're going to lead a simpler life. There's nothing simpler or easier about it. It's a lot more work than going to the store and buying the stuff, but it is so much better for you. Today we wanted to go over this. In our area, we are lucky to have 3 or 4 times a year what they call a case lot sale. And basically that means that you can buy these products still in their case at a special price. And so we wanted to go over some of that with you today because this is a great way to do it too. So one of the things that we do is on these boxes that are display, the gravies and stuff, when we put them down on our shelves, we open them like they have them displayed at the store so that it makes it easier to grab the stuff when we need it.
That's how it'd sit on our shelf like that.
Which makes it super easy to grab. These are chicken and rice.
Yeah, chicken flavored rice per side. This is the package of the rice.
Which we paid $13.93 for that case, which because it was on the case lot, we saved about $2 on just that.
And then we have instant mashed potatoes. So we got
And the Idahoan one.
Idahoan ones.
So good.
So here we actually got 2 different flavors of the potatoes.
And on the potatoes, they were $13.93 and we saved $4 for each of those.
Ramen, of course. The kids love that. They're always on sale, but.
So the ramen was $5.39. We saved $3.50 on the case lot sale.
We bought a case of ketchup.
And that was $18.58 and we saved almost $4.
And a case of tomatoes. These tomatoes they're actually chili ready. So I guess they have chilies in them and stuff. And they have the pop top, which is cool because then you don't have to worry about finding your can opener.
Okay, so you did the ketchup, you did these. Let's do the black beans.
We got a case of black beans, just regular black beans. They just have the regular top.
Those were $9.48 for a case of 24, and we saved $1.20 on that.
Then we got two boxes of gravy. We like the instant gravy because, I don't know, we're just kind of lazy that way. But this particular brand makes 2 cups, so it's basically 2 packets in one. And each box has 24 packets in it. We got one for the brown gravy and one for the white gravy.
And we've been doing the gravies for years now. We bought it the first year wondering, will we really use it? And we have found that it can dress up so many things so quickly. Now the brown gravy was $21.38 and we saved almost $10 on it.
That's how it'll sit on our shelf, is like that. So it's just like a store facing. It's kind of cool.
And then the sausage gravy was $21.38. And again, we saved about almost $10.
So now we get into our, Terry likes to call our grab and go stuff, which is, we do a lot of nights where we call it yo-yo, you're on your own.
Which is great when your kids are older.
The kids that do still live here are adults, and sometimes we still cook for them, but it's great for them to just go and grab what they need or whatever. We eat a ton of Nally's chili. A ton. We probably go through 300 cans a year.
It's ridiculous. It's not me. I'll tell you that. I don't eat it.
I eat 1 can a day for lunch every day.
Beans, the musical fruit.
Ritter Sons eat it too.
And so we got a couple of cases. This will probably only last a month-ish.
And they're not cheap. This was $43 per 24, but we saved $12 per. 50 cents off a can for the case lot sale. Okay, and then we got a couple of Campbell's Chunky Soup. We got both the pub style chicken pot pie and the steak and potatoes, which these I will eat. These also have pop tops, so they're great. You know, like in our last video, we talked about having food that is easy to heat up, easy to use. With the pop tops, you don't need to find your can opener. So things like this are great for in your 72-hour kit. We just keep them on the shelf all the time. They were $19.33 a case, and they are 12 cans, but we saved over $14 per case. Basically almost 20 bucks per, but that's still a substantial savings. And then we got some canned fruit. We got sliced pears and sliced peaches. We didn't get any fruit put up this last year when we were canning, and so this is a way to keep fruit on the shelf. We didn't do it ourselves. And those were, one of them was $28.56 and we saved $12. And the other was $25.70 and we saved $15. Not too bad considering. And those are both Pop Tops also. Now there was some items that we chose to not get on the case lot for a couple of reasons. When we organized our food storage room, which we've done a tour of previously, it has worked so well at being able to know what we have down there. And so we took inventory before we went. So like we knew we didn't need more peanut butter. We had enough to get us through at least until the next sale. So we didn't buy peanut butter. They had the different sugars. We were good on that. Flour we were good on. We're okay till the next sale. And then we went to a local farmer. We had looked at the honey that they had on the case lot sale, and we knew that through this local farmer, we could get a 5-pound container of raw, local, unfiltered honey for $35. When we looked at the honey at the case lot sale,
it was 12 pounds for $72. So we felt like even though it was a little bit cheaper to just get them in the little honey bears, it was not local honey. It was filtered. It wasn't raw. And so we decided pay a little bit extra, get the local honey. That is one of the things that is counterfeited a lot. And they do it by doing high fructose corn syrup that they mix with honey or honey flavoring, even though it was 100% honey. It was real honey at the store. We just decided to get the local stuff. We just feel better about that.
In fact, some of the honeys will say honey syrup or something like that. But you have to read it to know. And then we also picked up our Patterson onion bundle from her. Now, Patterson onions, I love it because she sends this pamphlet with it. It says that Patterson onions will store for 8 to 10 months. So they're a great storing onion. They grow well in our area. And so each bundle has 50 to 75 little bulbs. And it was $5 for this bundle. So we'll be planting those up shortly, along with some other cold crops, get the garden going. We spent $371.69, but we saved $125.57 by doing the case lot sale. This is something we just plan into our budget. Oh, another point that I wanted to bring up, at least at Kroger, is because I don't know if they do the case lot everywhere. Where we live, food storage is such a big thing that even our Walmart has a section that is all like food storage stuff. But I've been told by other people that you can call your store and have the grocery manager order in cases for you, and then they'll be in the plastic in their flats, and then you just go and pick them up and pay for them.
So anytime there's a sale on a particular product that you use, you don't have to wait for a case lot sale or something. They don't like you to buy it off the shelf if you're going to buy a lot, because then
there's none left for anyone else.
And that's not really cool for everyone else. But if you talk to the manager or someone, they will either have stuff in the back or they'll order you in some on that price. I'm not sure if the stores still do rain checks. They used to all the time when a sale would come.
Yeah, I don't know if they do or not.
But it's similar to the old when you used to get a rain check on a sale.
Because they were out of stock. The other thing that we wanted to show you was, as you can see, these are all in what they call flats. And when we empty one, we keep it on a separate shelf. And then this makes it so much easier to organize in the food storage room. Like if we order 6, 8, 10, 12 cans of something from like Walmart delivery, they're not going to bring it in the flat, even though it may be a flat, like if we order 12 of them. So we keep these on hand so that then when we unload them, it's a way to contain them easier on the shelf.
We also use those to bring up food when we're doing like when I do my chili or something, there's like 6 or 7 cans of stuff that we use, or jars, and so we use those.
It's a whole lot easier to carry it up on this.
Stuff up too.
And then you were going to talk about the chubs.
So one of the things too that we do, this is a 3-pound chub of hamburger, and they were on manager special. They had a whole bunch of them. So we picked up a bunch of these. You have to freeze them right away because they're close to date. They were $6 for 3 pounds. And I think hamburger right now is usually like $4 a pound. So it's about half off. So we grabbed a bunch of these also when we went back on Saturday.
So always keep your eyes open, whether it is for sales, for manager specials, for local suppliers of things. It's an easy way. Farmers markets, roadside fruit stands.
We just wanted to show you some of our tricks that we use to keep money in our pocket when you have, especially in an economy that's kind of iffy, where you have a bunch of kids, you know, you want to keep as much money in your pocket. And this is what we've done over the years to do that. It also gets you through a slow time with maybe a paycheck that needs to go towards a car repair or something like that. This kind of stuff will help ease the grocery burden so you can meet those bills, unexpected bills too.
If you have any thoughts or questions, make sure you leave them in the comments. Do you guys do stuff like this? What's the kind of stuff you would stock up on?
Yeah, I'd like to know what other people do for their, you know, your circumstance or your area, because the more information we get out there amongst each other, the better off we'll all be.
Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.